and we played for fun this ITS mission Supremacy. Very quickly, the idea of this mission is to dominate these quadrants and dominate and hack consoles. Okay, you get points to be dominating more quadrants and points to be hacking consoles. So there is one classified, and it's just standard. As you can see, this is a standard mission basically. Um, I think in this mission is actually better if you start second, but I lost the whip roll and he made me start first. And then when we finished, he said that even me having the right to choose who was starting first or second, I should have started second. That's what he mentioned. Well, let me show you my list because today I'm not playing Aleph. All right. Today I was playing. Today I was playing Morat Aggression Force. So I was playing fire team of 5 guys, 4 Gakis, and an arsenal with a Vulcan shotgun and smoke grenades. Then I was playing just a cheap robot, an art drone with flashball, sniper. Kornak, Suriat, and Suriat. 2 Suriats, the best Suriats ever. The one with heavy rocket launcher and the one with HMG. And Kornak with the MK12, light flamethrower, and as lieutenant. The good thing of Kornak is that he's got this ability, Strategos level 1, which allows me to use his lieutenant order as a regular order. So I'm actually playing with 11 orders in the first group, and in the second group I'm playing 1 Icadron with repeater, 2 light flamethrower, a Q drone with HMG, who's gonna provide good arrows, a Morat with EI hacking device, who allows me to give assisted fire to my Q drone. Then I've got a Kurgad, who is pretty good considering there's only 17.0 SWC, and it's got D-30s, anti-personnel mines, and boarding shotgun. And then I've got 2 Zerots who are forward observer with boarding shotguns and grenades and anti-personnel mines. So that's the list I've been playing. Let's see how it went. Basically, that was the scenario. Okay, and my deployment area was more or less this one. Okay, and oh, sorry, I was playing more Aggression Force and he was playing Onyx. Okay, and his deployment zone, just blue, was this area. It took a picture, basically letting me know that he was playing a TO camo marker, and I thought all the time that TO camo marker was a Noctifer. So I had that in mind when it was time to move my fire teams. Okay, that was my mission data scan, and basically I did choose not to use it as a data scan, but to use it was just putting 32 points on 1 quadrant, and basically, well, winning those points from getting more points than my opponent in that quadrant. Okay, so this was my deployment zone. I just decided to take a generic picture so I can explain even faster. Okay, basically I just place one. I always make the same mistake. I place 1 repeater here just in case you wanted to come this way down this alley. I put my Kornak right here. I put my heavy rocket launcher here and my HMG ready to fire. I put my Datorazzi right here so I could just move either here or here, not getting line of sight with anything through this spot. Then I put my core with all the gakis and the osnat right here, because my intention was to throw some smoke covering this console or panoply, wherever. And with this guy, with the not the crackle but the Kurgat, my intention was to get around here and activate one of the consoles, hack one of the consoles. Here there was one Zerat and here there was one Zerat. This one was a bit too much further deployed. I just realized when I finished the game it was maybe 62. My bad, sorry. And this one was alright, so that was the funny thing. Anyway, so there was a bit of a line of sight here with one of his guys, so I couldn't just go and activate and hack the console because I would have get an arrow back. So let's see how it was. He plays successfully one of his like 4 points regular order guy and the other one as well, so pretty good. And this was his deployment zone. He played these guys, which are very good, are dog, and I think they are robots, so pretty good. That was a hacker. That was a guy basically to heal these guys. And he had 2 missile launcher, one here and one over here. That was the guy that was actually arrowing to my Zera in case the Zera wanted to just hack one of the consoles. This was a Nicodron. This was like a little palbot, okay? I think are called slave drones. This was a flash pulse robot. This was Dr. Worm. This was Bite and Kiss or Bite and Kiss. Always make myself a bit drowsy with that. And this guy was another Ecatron, just covering the flanks. Okay, so turn 1, I started playing first. So the first thing, the impetuous order from my Daturadzi, he went this way and threw some smoke covering all this area here. I'm not gonna put, well, okay, this area, because I was afraid of the Noctifer. So at least this part, just in case I was moving my fire team, my Harris, I was actually being able to just move to the left without getting any arrows. Okay, that was the intention. So you can see the Daturaji had line of sight to throw the smoke grenade, because my opponent asked me, can you really see the main point where you're throwing the smoke grenade? I say, yes, look at that. Boom. Okay, perfect. So here it was. I threw some smoke just covering this area. Okay, that was, sorry, my hacker. And as a last miniature, I just placed I placed the hacker as the last miniature, sorry. Actually, the field was actually kind of well covered by repeaters, so I was kind of happy. Then here I made the first mistake. I was so afraid of the Noctifer that I thought, well, if I move the Osnat and I have to fight against a Noctifer that might be revealed, at least I'll be throwing 2 templates which can actually put him in a safe mode. But there was no Noctifer revealed so far, so my bad. I should have spent another order to move this Osnat back. But I was so greedy that I started moving my Kurgat, getting in touch with the console, and I was actually hacking the console, but failing 3 attempts, getting 3 orders. I spent 3 orders to activate one console, wherever. And I got 2 20s on a dice roll, and then finally I got an 8, I think, so I could pass that with roll. And I could just move back, but I made another mistake. I should have spent here a coordinate order to hide these 2 guys a little bit better, because in the end my Kurgat was placed right here, so it was actually showing a little bit, and I didn't move my Osnat back. That was the big mistake, because this honor was completely with no cover. I think I felt comfortable because there were two smoke grenades here, but I didn't realize that at the end of the turn, the smoke just vanished, and then my Osnat was completely free to be shot. I gave assisted fire to my Q drone, and with the last order of this group. So, and then I started moving. Yeah, I started moving my team. So basically, with my team, what I've done first was no, actually, give me a sec, because I did something else with this guy. Yeah, that's right. What I did first is there was a missile launcher here, and the other one did not have line of sight. So I thought, well, I'm just actually +3 for bonus, ignoring cover. I'm rolling 4 dice at 14s, pretty good. So I just completely smashed this guy. So there was no arrow for my guys in this side. Uh, so these guys basically moved from here that they were deployed. They moved all this way. There was no line of sight yet with this guy. So the first thing I did was I came this way and I tried to shoot with the missile launcher. Sorry, the heavy rocket launcher. Shooting at one of the guys that was here, because I thought the template would have killed the hacker that was deployed right here. So I thought the template would be something like that. But after killing this guy and putting the template, I just realized that there was not enough distance for the template to touch the hacker. So it was a bit of a lost order, basically. Instead, what I should have done would be to move the HMG, keep moving the HMG just here, leaving the other guys, well, just like around here, more or less, not exposing them to the template of the possible Noctifer. Something like that. I should have left these guys something like this, okay? Something like that, for instance. And just moving here, there's not enough surface for the template to touch these guys, and just basically kill uh, this guy here. Okay, that was the good move. Why? Because if I could successfully kill this guy, then my Zera in next turn could have just come here and activate the panoply. Actually, I'm thinking now that it was a better idea not to spend so many orders on activate this console with the Kurga, but to do the same with this Zera. Or actually, I could have moved this Zera and activate that one. But anyway, I wanted to activate something, so I went for it. So instead, what I did was I just ignored this guy and I kept moving this way. Let me show you now the pictures. I kept moving this way till I got line of sight with this and that. I can't remember the name, but are basically like regular order for 4 points, and and I killed them both. So I kept moving and moving, now trying to kill the other guy, which I did wrong, because first of all, I should have moved back and tried to shoot him with a better. We're shooting at medium range, so no bonus for us. And here there was a Sphinx that was revealed. So I got an arrow coming from this Sphinx that was revealed, an arrow coming from that guy that I was actually trying to kill. He crit me, and I passed the armor roll, and he didn't realize that actually I wanted to shoot this guy, because I thought, well, I'm in bonus, plus he's got mimetism and cover, but anyway, it's an easy order that I can kill. I was actually rolling at 10s, so well, I failed this one and he crit me on that one, so I decided to uh, fail guts and go a little bit backwards, just to try and avoid the line of sight with the Sphinx. Right, and here I was trying to relocate my troops a little bit. I was trying to just moving them around a little bit, and that was the end of my turn. So turn one for my opponent. With that Sphinx revealed, he came here. He asked me, okay, what do you do? There was no line of sight with the Zerat yet, so he just shoot here and here, and this guy managed to. No, this guy died, and this one managed to dodge. Uh, he did that with a coordinate order. He started moving before he shot. Okay, so after doing that, as you can see, he managed to kill this guy. And sorry, he actually shot at the Zero, and actually the Zero just put a mine, because although he was wearing boarding shotgun, that was actually he's got BS 17. Well, she's got BS 17. Sorry, 11. So plus 6, take away 6 from the TO. So I was actually shooting at 14s, whereas he was shooting at he's got BS 14. So plus 3 from the bonus, that's 17. Take away the bonus from my mimetism, 14s basically. And of course, I had no cover when he was shooting at me. So I just decided to put a mine because I knew she was gonna die. What I did wrong here is that I don't know why the next time he activated that to shoot at my Zero, I forgot to arrow with this girl, with the Osna that I didn't hide, and that cost me a lot. That actually, in this point, I think I lost the game because if I successfully put some smoke here, then he had a problem because Sphinx has no visor, and he just had to move here and then maybe start trying to burst me with the flamethrowers, but I could still dodge, and finally maybe I could have hide this Osna down the wall, making him move a bit farther down, and maybe getting in my zone of control, so I could actually try to hack the Sphinx. But no, instead what he did, he started the massacre here. He kept moving. He shot at my RT, my total reaction. Sorry. So he killed my total reaction in 2 orders, and then he decided to climb. He climbed right here in order to be able to see my hacker that was prone on that roof, but he couldn't. We just checked with the laser, and there was not really line of sight. Of course, my Icodrone was too far from this thing, so I couldn't hack him at all. So what he did, it was he kept climbing, and then finally was shooting at my hacker, who actually tried to dodge, but the Sphinx crit, so there was no chance to do anything, not even passing an ammo roll. Then I had these 2 guys killed, so now he came with this Ecotron that was right here, and he just moved right here, and I actually tried to get in close combat with this Surya and dodging with the others. So everybody was dodging, including my Zera, that I don't know why I just placed it in such a way that she could be affected by the flamethrower. So everybody tried to dodge. This guy failed, so he didn't dodge. That was very unlucky. This guy dodged successfully, and this Zera couldn't manage to dodge, so she died getting burned, screaming like a burning monkey. Okay, then my turn. Because I lost the Osna, all my Gakis went crazy, giving me impetuous orders and regular orders. But this guy was here getting ready to arrow one by one. So first of all, I tried. What I should have done. It was very risky though, but what I should have done, I would probably failed. But anyway, there was a Datorati on the other side, and knowing that basically this guy was actually gonna kill all my Gakis, I should have tried to throw some smoke around this area at long distance. So I would have um, rolled dice at 14 minus 3, which would be 11s. So still, I had a chance to cover this line of sight, and then with that, I would have managed to put these guys here, well, more or less, because with the impetus order, and I could have moved a little bit to hide them a little bit here. Okay, just trying to get out of line of sight. That would be a better option, and obviously I made a mistake with the Osna not hiding her, but at least I could have made my wrongs right here, trying to throw that smoke grenade that could have saved these Gakis. Right, but I didn't, so I went just one by one, and finally there was one, I think, yeah, there was one Gaki that survived everything, and he finally, it was a bit funny, because he was like, yeah! So he finally managed to get in close combat with the Sphinx. Notice that this is not the real Sphinx, but we were just playing with this miniature instead of the Sphinx. And I was thinking, well, maybe I can wound her or something, but the Sphinx just did like, just to smash my Gaki. It was a funny picture that I took here with the Gaki not doing anything really. Okay, then I had not so many others left, so I was trying to kill this guy here, who I killed successfully with the corner. The corner was getting, but then I made a mistake. On the process, I moved this guy here, and I didn't realize. Oh, this guy is not is throwing a missile launcher. So I was very lucky because I passed all the BS rolls, and he actually missed all his BS rolls. Otherwise, he would have placed the template, affecting this guy here. I was lucky, and bad move in my opinion. Then that was the picture. No, not many things left in my side. So in his turn, he was just moving everything, and well, I tried to kill one of these guys. I think no, that was killed, but there was another one who I tried to kill with my missile launcher, I think, but I completely missed. So he dodged. That was a 12, I think. That it was not making it basically. So in the end, he came with this guy, and he was trying to shoot at my Kornak, who I think who crits and actually killed my Kornak. So I lost my lieutenant. Finally, he managed to kill the other Surya, and that was basically the end of it. It was my turn, I think, when I attempted to dominate this squadron here, just moving this Daturati, placing some smoke. In the meantime, smoke that was placed successfully, but anyway, there was not a lot to tiff. So finally, he just moved a little bit. These guys, there was Dr. Worm here who went down, trying to get out of his deployment zone to start punctuating on one of his squadrons, and then the Sphinx was punctuating on the other quadrant. And apart from that, he activated all these consoles, this one and the one next in my area. So at the same time, he moved as my opponent was saying, the little rat. That was basically the slave drone synchronized with the Doctor Worm. That is enough apparently to control one of the quadrants. So he was definitely dominating all the situation, and that was the end of the game. Well, I hope you had fun with this battle report. I was completely smashed. I did learn a lot of things like sometimes in this game, some of the game plans are basically I'm gonna try to kill as much miniatures of my opponent as I can. But I think that is a bad idea. Sometimes it's much better to just uh, try to kill maybe 2 or 3 guys if possible. If not, no big deal. And then go for the mission. Just activate consoles, hack wherever you can, or whatever the mission specifies that you need to do. And then relocate your troops in such a way that it's difficult for your opponent to play. Okay. At the same time, it is true though that in this mission it's much better to just finish the game on having a third turn to just move your move your troops and dominate quadrants, because the points are counted in each round, and a round is basically being defined by my turn one and your turn one. But as you can see, I'm playing and then you are kind of reacting to my play, and that gives you a lot of options to just relocate your troops to put more points on your quadrant or just kill miniatures. And by getting yours closer, then you are putting more points on that quadrant. Even if you don't kill my troops, if you put more points on that quadrant, you are the one getting that quadrant, and I think that is the key on that mission. Finally, the consoles can be just activated at the end of the mission. So I think it's more important, rather than being activating consoles, I think it's more important to place your miniatures in such a way that you are putting a lot of points there and you're putting them in cover. You are. If I would have done that, then obviously, if he decided to just obliterate all this part of the all this flank of my army, at least I would be punctuating, right? But that was the point. Those guys were so easy to kill that he, with 3 4 orders, he did everything. Plus, he was there, just punctuating on this part of the table. He did spend orders trying to kill my hacker, so I think my hacker was very well deployed. It was prone. I mean, I cannot do anything against this guy basically climbing up these plays and shooting the Spitfire. But at least I think that's a good play. The other thing that I've been thinking now is that, getting back to this one, I placed my eco drone right here, and I think that's a big mistake, because I think if it is well placed in case the Sphinx would like to come this way. But knowing that the Sphinx can climb, I think it's a better idea to deploy this Icadron right here. Because yeah, it's a bit farther than normal, but at the same time, I'm telling my opponent, hey, you cannot come this way. So if you want to kill this guy, okay. But if you want to kill my hacker, you have to climb somewhere. Actually, that is the only place where you can actually climb, because it's tall enough to use your silhouette to shoot at my hacker. And if you want to kill my eco drone, that's fine. At least I'm gonna try to hack you. Um, if you want to come, if you really want to come here, I still have my hacker placed right here. That somehow I might have, maybe not, but no, I don't think I've got 20 centimeters here. But well, if you keep moving, there will be a time that I will be able to hack you. So I think, obviously I didn't know he had a Sphinx because it was hidden in TO state. But anyway, I think that's the best way to play. Yeah, I think so. The other good, yeah, I think it's the best. I don't know, I initially deployed right here thinking that, well, at least if he tried to climb this way or he tried to climb here, I can still hack it. But I didn't realize he could just easily climb here and kill everything from here. Well, that was all. I've learned a lot. I think he won 9-1, so I was like completely smashed. I have to say that he's an amazing player. When he plays, everything looks easy, and then you realize, okay, uh, what am I doing wrong? But that is the thing. So when you play, there are a lot of people that just get really frustrated and they start complaining. Oh, I was very unlucky with my dice rolls. But get over it and try to think, what have I done wrong, or what could I have done to improve my strategy or my deployment or wherever. Okay. All right, guys. Hope you had fun. Please share a comment or just enjoy this video or whatever you want to do. If we've made any mistake and you want to point it out, feel free. And see you next time. Bye.